Today on the channel, we've got the first of our Star Seekers Walmart capsule figures we're going to be reviewing. We've got Star Seeker Lockdown on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? The way I got it figured, back with another Transformers Legacy United review. This time we're looking at the 2024 capsule series, the Star Seekers with Lockdown. I picked up Lockdown in store at Walmart. Got lucky, there was one, I grabbed it. Here we go with the video. There was Velocitron before this for last year, 2023. And I didn't really get very much of Velocitron. I think I got 2 figures out of that. And I didn't really even feel like they needed reviews. But Lockdown is kind of a popular character. He originated in Transformers Animated. And so to get a Generation style G1-ified version appealed to me, so he was one of the guys on my short list. Grabbing him in store, it's pretty cool. Search is over, along with the next figure that we'll be seeing very shortly. So we got Lockdown in his packaging, the car mode, which was in Legacy Evolution, which was definitely sussed out to be Lockdown, although they previously used this for some Junkions, whom I also didn't get. Although I will say I do plan on going back and getting some of the Junkions from Legacy Evolution. But this is actually the first one of this mold that I'm getting. Got some nice Marcelo Mater Hall of Fame artwork, Lockdown on the side here. The usual 40th anniversary Transformers United side art. And then you've got on the back, Star Raider Lockdown, 17 steps for conversion. And that's what you get. So we're gonna get old Lockdown out. Let's see what we can see. Here we've got Lockdown out of the package, and he's looking pretty cool. He is a retool of the Junkion modulator mold, I guess that's what they call them. And who was that Junkion? Crash Bar, I think. I didn't get any of the Junkion, so unfortunately his name is escaping me, the one that it is. And Toe Line, which I did get. He's a partial of that. But he looks good. Looks like a sort of G1-ish version of Lockdown, which is kind of why I wanted him. And comes with quite a few accessories. Well, I mean, he is, in a sense, accessories because he comes apart. But he's got the hook. He's got the engine block that turns into guns. These pipes come off. And he's sort of a, kind of a, oh yeah, and this is the other one. So this is that with the paint. And then this one is another one, but you could put the hook in there if you wanted to. But it looks good. It's sort of like the Revenge of the Fallen version of his head. And yeah, I like him. Pretty great. Lockdown characterization wise, I guess in G1, you know, G1 adjacent. He's sort of like a guy who goes around, when he hunts down Transformers, he upgrades himself. Excuse me, I've got the sniffles, I apologize. But, you know, he's constantly upgrading himself to become more powerful, I suppose. Even if you're not going to go with that interpretation, you know, got plenty of things you can do with him. Got the blast effect ports and stuff that you can post, you know, you can put in here. And then, of course, you've got the modulator gimmick where you can take them apart and combine them with other Transformers with 5mm ports. So you can do all that kind of stuff with them. And who knows if I'll ever do that, but he's a pretty cool figure. And I was certainly, you know, he was on the top of my list for the Star Raiders assortment. So yeah, so next thing we're gonna do is get him transformed into the car mode and check that out. All right, so we've got lockdown in vehicle mode, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not have fun transforming them. So the parts nature, you know, the nature of the figure is that he, you know, can come apart, and this part, the back part particularly, is where all the difficulties come in. As you can see, there's a peg here and it's not even in there. It's just gonna come off. You know, I've tried to align it several times and it's just, you know, it's barely holding together basically. But this is close enough for government work for what it looks like. I am probably going to want to get another copy of this figure and just immediately transform the second one into vehicle mode and leave it there, because this is not going to be something fun to transform. Maybe it just won't transform that much. You know, it's got to be in the stop motion and all of that. So, you know, I don't enjoy it. I'm going to be honest. But, you know, it rolls, and hilariously it's rolling, but the rims do not roll, so it's the tires that roll only. Interesting to note. But it looks like a nice apocalyptic type vehicle. The illusion of rolling is kind of difficult when the rims don't move, but hey, whatever. Yeah. There he is in car mode-ish. Because I can't get him to tab in properly on the rear section. So you can see it's just gonna come off. It's just gonna come off. And you run the risk of, you know, once you get it aligned, it's not impossible to get it aligned, but you run the risk of knocking off the other arm. That happened several times. And see, there you go. Just happened again. So that is not a fun time, in my opinion. It's not. It seems like it should work well enough. It just doesn't work well enough. And of course, you've got the usual tabs. Barely holding together. So from potential scale, you know, from a potential type of deal, it's okay, but it just could be better than this. It could be. So there you go. We'll get them transformed back and do some comparisons. All All right, so we've got some comparisons, size comparisons for lockdown. Show them some other Transformers figures just so you can get a sense of his scale. So we'll bring in first Studio Series 86 Perceptor. Strong Arm. Another deluxe class figure. And Filch, one of the fellow Star Raiders. Look for her review coming up soon. And then, of course, until he's not the standard bearer of scale anymore, Earthrise Optimus Prime. So he's like a medium-sized deluxe. Perceptor is what you would call kind of a big deluxe. Larger size deluxe. So it looks like we can move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Legacy United Walmart exclusive Star Raiders Lockdown. So I like the figure. I do, in robot mode, and the car mode's decent. There's nothing really wrong with it, but the conversion is just garbage. Don't really like it. I did not enjoy transforming this figure. Every once in a while you get one, you just don't. But, you know, it'll only be done for utility purposes. I just won't be transforming it. I'd sooner get another one, transform that one into the vehicle mode and leave it there. That's how painful it was. And I left the painful parts on camera so you can see it. As far as just this mold, I suppose, you know, I mean, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It is pretty cool in robot mode. Holds its pose. You can pose it around. So it's not a terrible figure, but in regards to transformation, yeah, it's not that great. But as you saw in the comparison section, we've got Filch. Filch will be getting a review very soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Till next time, everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.